7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of the Que Bola Podcast, where we talk to established and up-and-coming creative entrepreneurs from South Florida. In this episode, we sit down with our special guest, Carlos Hernandez, a bilingual comedian who's been making waves in the South Florida comedy scene. From his journey in improv to sharing the stage with some of the biggest names in comedy, Carlos is here to drop gems and give us a peek behind the curtain of the comedy world. So grab your crema coffee and sit back and let's dive in. All right.
Test.
Yeah, give me your vocals.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, testing. Super Dade, Pila, Sib Tie Certified, Pata Sucia. I'm just reading all your stickers.
I feel you.
ORD Fresh. What does that say? ORD Fresco? Oro Fresco.
Oro Fresco, yeah. That's my band, bro.
Fresh. That's your band?
Yeah, my duo.
What?
Oro Fresco.
How do I not know about this?
I don't know.
When do you play it? When do you perform?
I perform every once in a while, like different places in South Florida. We got Miami New Times Best Latin Act 2024.
Get out of here.
Yeah, dog.
Fuck.
Miami New Times Best Latin Act 2024, and we just got another article this month. 7 new songs to listen to from Miami.
Oh, dude, I gotta hear it.
On New Times.
Can you play like a little bit of it?
Yeah. I'll play right now. My Nubes.
Is it in Spanish?
Yeah.
Let's
I've been doing
go.
like I don't know if you know jungle music.
Yeah. I guess it's like, what would you call that? That's like,
Drum and bass.
the name of the song is Nubes?
Yeah.
En las nubes. No lo dudes. En las nubes. En las nubes. No lo dudes. Nos fuimos hasta el lunes. En las nubes. En las nubes. En las nubes. En las nubes. No lo dudes.
I like that. It's like low-key trippy.
Nos fuimos hasta el lunes.
It is.
Everybody tells me that. Damn, it's a beautiful sunset.
Damn, I can't see it.
Yeah, shit.
You'll take it in for me.
You take it in, bro.
En las nubes. It's like mixing like genres, I feel like.
It's a mix of Dembow, Reggaeton, and
Is it?
yeah, Dembow and basically jungle music,
What's jungle music? It's like
drum and bass.
But like what? Like who's an artist that plays jungle music?
Nia Archives. It's very like I don't know.
Like shit you hear in what's that place that starts with a Z?
Zay?
Zay.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Have you played there?
No, I haven't played at Zay. I played at Barnancy. I played at Casa Tiki.
You did?
I played like
Oro Fresco.
Oro Fresco. Yeah, we had
And
a
it's
party.
you and
at-
another guy? And what does
Yeah,
the other
me
guy
and my
do?
Boy, he's the producer. Like we're both producers, but he knows how to fuck with Ableton. So I'm more.
But you're the
like-
vocals.
I do vocals, and I'm a musician, so I know how to play piano and all these other things. But he's technical. Like he knows how to fuck with the DAW, the digital audio interface. So that's how you actually like put the things together.
I got you.
So like we sit together and he'll be there like programming it, and I'll be like, oh, I need you to like raise this.
That's
I need
tough.
you to like lower this, make it more watery, things like that.
Watery is hilarious.
Yeah, like use like different.
Make it another essence, another element.
Yeah.
Yeah. More fire, more
Exactly,
more watery,
more
more
fire,
icy. Yeah.
You hear when some things like sounds like it's underwater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
fun.
you're like you gotta use the terminology.
Bad Bunny does that a lot.
What?
Bad Bunny,
Oh yeah.
I feel like he does that. At least in like Un Verano Sin Ti, he did that. I feel
Yeah.
like a shit ton.
Shit, bro. I wish I could get on that bunny trip.
Hey, come on.
Someday, bro. Someday, si Dios
Come on,
quiere.
no sé, claro, ¿por qué no? Yeah, that's catchy, low-key.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I
We're
fuck with
working
it.
on shit, bro. We're just doing our shit, bro. It's
My
it's
dog got
work
a
in
coffee
progress.
shop. You out here doing everything, dog. You're the definition of Miami, dog.
Bro, dude, I got what? Maybe another 40 years on this planet, dog.
Yeah, I mean, you can say a little more. Yeah. How
I'm
old are
42.
you? Yeah, you got like 30. No, I'm kidding.
What the fuck?
I'm kidding.
That Miami lifestyle?
No.
You never know, bro.
No, you got another 40. I think so.
For sure, bro. Like
82 is a good time. It's a good.
82. Like,
I do want to go to like
80 to
90
90s.
though. You gotta like hit that last
like,
one.
Right, like a good 90 though.
Yeah,
'Cause
like 98 is fire.
I seen some people in the 90s and they can't
What?
can't even breathe.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that 90, dog.
Nah, me neither.
I want to be 90 like moving
I know, yeah.
and like
Groove, dude, being out there like with like the Miami Heat, you know those
type
old
of shit,
people?
like the old people that dance.
Dog, I was at
old
the Heat
90.
game yesterday, and these motherfuckers
Yeah.
were just out. I never saw them before. I heard of them, and they be terrible coordination. By the way,
yeah.
Dancing's trash,
But they're still doing it.
But it's fun. Like I was
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
They're moving their
It's very
esqueleto.
funny. Yeah,
Moving
exactly.
their esqueleto, and they're like 80s and 90s. That's the
But they're
type of,
crushing
like-
it. It was very. I'm just like they're wearing like blue hair. Some of them, which is like I don't know. I thought it was dope.
They're living their best life, though.
They are.
They're at that point. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's the type of age I want to get to. Like
90
that.
something like
Yeah,
that.
like-
But if you're like fucked up,
Nah.
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 I can't imagine being like, damn, like you're so fucked that you're like, I gotta get out of here. You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
I've seen-
But it is like when it's like almost like when you're at the club and you're fucked up. You're
Yeah.
throwing up in the bathroom.
Yes,
you're
that type
slipping
of shit.
drinks.
Yeah.
You're being more of a nuisance to other people that you gotta be like, maybe I should get out of here.
Yeah,
You feel
bro,
me?
like,
but
this
then you're staying. And
But
you're
you
like,
say, I mean, you
Yeah.
can't do shit about it.
You're like, yeah,
man.
my kids are gonna wipe my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that is
Fucked up.
there's something to that.
There's something
you know what I mean?
to that, to
There's
my
something
kids
to
are gonna wipe
because you
my
never
ass.
know because like Nelly might show up at 4 a.m. so you gotta wait it out. You know what I mean? So you gotta stay there for a little while longer and then you're like, all right, I saw Nelly, I can get out of there.
Okay, now I can
and then
go.
you go and then you're in heaven, but you saw Nelly and now you're 92.
Sick.
You know, instead of being 84 at being like,
Bro, but yeah.
healthy. And
It is. It's as long as you got that energy, bro, you're good to go.
I think so.
But if
The
you're
mindset,
not,
yeah.
if you're not, then it's really not. I don't know, bro. I've seen people deteriorate when they're older, and it's just not a pretty sight.
No, it's
dog.
not fun.
It's not pretty at all.
I know.
And like
it's nasty, actually.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I mean, it's pretty bad. I like it sucks,
Like if it's
but
their fault,
like,
yeah. Dude,
mean,
aging
what-
does suck. I've never. I'm 31 as
Yeah.
of like a few weeks ago.
Okay. Happy belated.
And my shit be like, I noticed like when I turn 30, my joints just be hurting, bro.
Different,
Like
bro.
on some shit that I'm like, I hear people that like, I'm like, I'm 50, everything hurts. I'm like, dog, I'm 31 and everything's hurting. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
Yeah, you
my
start-
knees, my fucking like neck just randomly be like tweaking, and I'm like, nah, what are we doing?
And you're already like you're getting it. Imagine when you get into that 40, 50, bro. I'm 40 and just
How,
like,
did you feel it when you were 30? Like some of it?
I didn't feel it in the 30s, but I definitely felt it when I turned 40.
When you turned
Yeah.
40.
As soon as I turned like 39, 40, I started feeling like different like things hurting and shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, this is like my knees. Bro, I've always played ball.
Yeah.
And I've always been good and
Yeah.
shit like that. And now like I go play basketball, dude, and like, bro, I have to put like ice packs on my knees type shit. Like when I get home, like viejo shit
I
that
know.
I never had to fucking deal with.
You don't
before.
even think about that, dude.
Yeah, but now I do.
I know you
Now
have
I
to.
fucking-
I
now
know.
I'm
I want to
like-
get. I like to not think about it, so I'll be like, nah, I'll let the pain for now. You know, I'll let the pain kind of just be there, even though I know there's ways to kind of get rid of it. Peptides, fake things like that. But
I mean, we're the lucky thing is that we're heading into a future where like healthcare is gonna get revolutionized within the
Yeah.
next 20 years type shit.
oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah, already with the peptides and all that shit. Like a friend
My
of
boy's
mine,
like, oh, your knees are hurting, dude. I got peptides for that.
facts.
Oh, you're fat, dude. I got peptides for that.
Yeah.
Oh, your hair's going, dude. I got peptides for that. I'm like, how
The
can,
fuck you
can a
got-
motherfucker let a motherfucker be ugly and hurting?
Let
You know
a
what I mean?
motherfucker be
But now
ugly.
everybody want to be pretty. Everybody want to
In
be
the future,
like.
everybody's gonna be pretty, dog.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
There's not gonna be an ugly like even like you're gonna give your kid freaking peptides.
Facts.
They're not gonna get bullied at all. Everybody's gonna be hot in school.
Everybody's gonna be a Chad and shit.
It's weird.
Chad
Yeah.
as fuck.
I know. You gotta be a little chopped and so that you can get better. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I think like people that they were never chopped at all. And when I mean chopped, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like I don't know you, but I know that you've grown up probably, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like I definitely have. It's from how I was, but there's people that I know never have.
What do you mean? Like
That
never.
They never have like they've always been glowed up. You know what I mean? They were born in a glow.
Okay,
they were
I see
born
what you're
as a
saying.
glow up.
Yeah, I feel
They were
you.
never born into like hardship and then getting out of it and like what I mean by that is like they were never like
Yeah,
too
never
skinny or
struggled.
too fat or like their face looked perfect even though as a kid. I think it's I don't respect those people. I don't
That's
think
crazy.
I don't think they went through.
I mean, yeah. If without struggle, there's no progress.
There you go.
Frederick Douglass, dude.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Was
like,
that actually him?
Yeah.
You could have said anybody. I couldn't believe you.
No, legit. Frederick Douglass quote.
Hey man,
bro. Like,
shout out Freddie Douglass. Dog.
shout
Shout
out
out Freddie, dog.
that motherfucker struggled.
For real, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
So much he wrote a quote about it,
Yeah,
and that's
bro.
what he's known for.
He knows about that shit,
Hell yeah.
bro. It's
You seen that guy? Man, his hair was. He's
yeah,
famous for
it's
his hair in
wild.
this
Yeah,
quote.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah, he showed the struggle in the top of his head. I love it.
Facts.
Yeah.
He showed this struggle
Crazy.
at the top of his head. Bro, he lived in that time, dog, where fucking you have to fight for your civil rights and shit like that. And like,
Hey man, shout out Freddie.
yeah,
For real.
100%, dog.
Yeah.
Dale, let's get into it, bro.
Let's go.
So we're in another episode of the Que Bola Podcast. Thank you,
We
everybody.
weren't recording this the whole time?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, all right. Just
Yeah,
making
yeah,
sure.
yeah. No, 100% recording.
Okay,
dog.
good,
We got
good,
that
good.
shit, dog.
Fresh
We
or
got
fresh,
that
let's
fire,
go.
dog.
All
Thank
right,
you
cool.
so much, Carlos Hernandez, special guest, coming onto the podcast, sharing
sir.
some of your time with me, sharing me, giving me some of your like insights and everything.
Of course, dog. Here we go.
I highly appreciate you.
Anytime.
We've known each other for quite some time
I
now.
know. 4 years, I wanna say.
I would say actually like 5 years.
Probably 5, 21.
Actually, more than 5.
What?
Because it was before the pandemic.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. When we were doing shit with Lynette.
That was after the pandemic, bro.
No, that was before pandemic, bro.
I promise you it was after.
Yeah?
Because I wasn't doing no content before the pandemic, bro.
Oh, okay, then,
I
yeah,
had
right
a
around
beard.
the pandemic.
It's pre-beard. It's Carlos with a beard and Carlos without a beard. And it's, CB and, C.
But I met you
and
without
me.
beard.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
At all. I
Like
probably had it
goatee.
really low. Maybe.
Like you had a goatee low.
Maybe like low.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
never had, before the pandemic, I never could grow a beard. I learned how to grow a beard.
What you
in
mean,
the pandemic.
COVID gave you a beard?
I swear to God, dude.
You
I
got
learned.
it.
I put a lot of all the lotions and shit. They work. Maybe everybody's like, oh, that it did, dude. The stuff Instagram got me, and I was like, I've never grown a beard. I'll show you a picture of when
Did you put actual stuff on your
Oh
face?
my God, of course. And then it slowly started. The patches started closing in.
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely, dude. Shit
Damn.
came in, bro.
That's crazy,
That shit was
dog.
patchy as a motherfucker,
Yeah.
straight up. It was.
I mean, yeah, people hit me up all the time. They're like, "Oh, how did you grow your beard?"
yours
I'm
just
"Yo,
like
mine's just
tight,
natural,
bro.
though. I didn't do
That
shit.
Mr. T look is crazy.
God gave it to me.
Come
dog.
on,
You know
dog.
what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. Hell yeah.
Shout
I
out
love
Mr.
that.
T, though. You know what I'm saying? I be
Absolutely.
pitting fools out here.
Shout
dog.
out Freddie. Shout out Mr. T, dog.
Shout
Hell
out
yeah.
all the true.
All the
stuff.
black people. shout out all the black people, bro.
Shout out all the black people. That's hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, we've known each other for a minute, bro. We've
Yeah,
been,
man.
going back and forth doing things in the scene and shit. And
Yes, sir.
And bro, you're at a point right now. First of all, bilingual comedian.
Hey.
You're touring.
Yeah.
You're hosting. You're acting.
Yeah.
Bro, what are the fuck are you not doing? You know what I'm saying?
I don't own a coffee shop, I'll tell you that. Come on, look who's
No,
talking.
dog.
What are we talking
Appreciate
about?
that, dog.
I'm not making music. I'm not doing that. Nah, but yeah,
What you
dude.
mean? You do?
I mean, I made music. Yeah.
What's up,
There's
dog?
there's eras where I
golden
be throwing
ticket.
music. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm just I'm out here working. I just want to make this money. I've been doing this for. I was looking at how the 2016 like trend.
Yeah. Go back. 10 years.
2016 in June of 2016 is when I first signed up to do improv classes. So at 10 years ago, like 21-year-old me was like 20-year-old me actually was like, oh my God, I can't. I only wonder what I could do when I want to do funny stuff, but I had no idea how to do it. I just was a fan of it. And then I took improv classes, and then I learned that it's not stand up, and it's like a group art that you do with other people, and then it's my first love, bro. I'll never love anybody more than I do comedy, improv, and stand up.
In improv style.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it a couple of times.
You have?
Last time I saw you do it with Steph. You know Steph?
Steph Perez.
Yeah, Steph Perez.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it was in
Yes.
by Miami-Dade College.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was at the show.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah. What was the name? Where was that? It was like in
El
like
Party
a little
or something.
Yes.
El Party or
You saw me. It was like with a group of us, right?
Yeah, it was like
long
Ellie,
form
you,
shit.
Steph.
Yeah. Ellie didn't do it though. Ellie did a stand
No,
up.
Ellie did her bit.
Yeah.
But you guys were going
Yeah.
doing the whole improv word and shit and all of that. That's
Word
pretty-
and shit. Hell yeah.
Like you use one word and then you
It's getting
try to-
inspired from other stuff.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude. I mean, I miss doing it more than anything.
Yeah.
But I also don't miss not making money doing what I love. So in stand-up, you can actually make money. And you can...
Improv, you can't make money?
Oh my God, it's so tough. I mean, improv is an art form.
Okay.
And someone called Del Close and Halpern, Laura Halpern, I forgot her name right now. Charna Halpern.
Okay.
in Chicago, they turned improv into something that could also become a product. So like improv is something you do as practice, which is like you could do with friends. And then they were like, the process of this is funny. So like they were making sketches and they would improvise and they would write about it. They would like write the sketches out.
It didn't originally start off as like a performance art piece?
Not really, no. It was like kind of like practice. I mean, the people had done improv, like they perfected it is what I mean. Long form improv specifically. Like things like short form, like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
That's like, games and like, playing the alphabet and doing a scene with just only the alphabet. But long form, like what we did at that show, which was just like a longer thing that felt like kind of like threaded together as opposed to just someone calling like, okay, what is this person like? Okay, green, he likes the green. And he's like, without giving too much except just one thing. And they'll close and trying to help her. And they like turned into that. And then everybody that that's like a comedic actor who came through that.
That's
like
how they
programming.
get the chops.
Second City, Improv Olympic, IO Chicago, UCB, all those things.
And like now Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, of course. That was the final, the best and the cream of the crop made it to that.
To the SNL.
So that's how I found out about all that. And I was like, I kind of want to do that.
Who was somebody that like inspired you?
Man, in improv, I would see like, it's a basic answer, but I was a huge fan of The Office.
Okay.
And like,
fucking hilarious.
It made one of the best shows ever made.
Yeah.
And honestly, like just like seeing Steve Carell and like, then I would remember watching Steve Carell being in movies and like Get Smart and all these movies where he was first starring. And I was like, damn, this dude was just like the guy from The Office. And now he's like starring in his own movie, 4-Year-Old Virgin. And then like I looked into him and like him and Steve Colbert and this other guy, Dave Rosowski, they started at this place called the Second City in Chicago. And in like the 80s and 90s, they were like the guys. And then they slowly became who they became. And yeah, so like I would say like someone like Steve Carell or even like John Mulaney. All the Saturday Night Live guys, Andy Samberg, Jason Sudeikis, like the people that I grew up on.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was for the improv. For stand-up, I was watching like, Louis C.K., Bill Burr, Aziz Ansari.
I can see some CK in your comedy.
Nick Kroll, really?
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
100%.
Thank you, bro.
I can see that.
That's like my number one, dog.
CK?
I know he like touched himself in front of some woman and stuff.
Got canceled.
But he was having a good time. No, I'm kidding. But they didn't say no. No, I'm kidding. But no, dude, I think Louis is one of the best comedians.
No, he's one of the funniest.
I mean, him, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, like,
bro,
those guys are like goats to me.
It's crazy to me that he was one of the main writers for Pootie Tang, dog.
Main writers, he directed it.
Yeah, like
he directed and wrote it.
Yeah,
yeah, dog.
Like
people don't realize that.
Yeah, no, Pootie Tang is one of the funniest like cult movies of all time.
It really is, bro.
It's like it's cultish as fuck.
It is,
but it is hilarious.
It's one of the funniest.
Dude,
it's so good. Chris Rock
ever.
is
Chris Rock is the comedian, is the radio host.
The radio host.
He's like, Pootie did it again.
Yeah.
Again. It's just like silent.
So good, bro. So good.
Yeah. I mean, that guy's a comic genius, dog.
Yeah, dude, he's amazing. So like that was an inspiration. And Louis, the show, had come out around that time too. So I was watching that. Before that, I was like watching that during college. Like while I was in college from like 2012 to 2016 when I graduated, I was watching those shows.
Yeah.
And like that kind of like just formed my love for it. And I didn't realize that I was actually just like taking it all in and then trying to do it. That's
like you were like, but that was prior to you
starting. Yeah.
So you were just like consuming
it heavy. Like I was a big fan of it. I was the guy watching the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes. You know? Yeah. So whoever was making those videos, I was watching them.
You had the CD-ROM with the special
edit. Tampoco. Nah, dog. I'm 31. No, I'm kidding.
I'm 31. Not 51.
Yeah, dog. I had a flash drive, maybe, but not a CD-ROM. Watching the special.
I'm aging myself out here.
Nah. I'm kidding. No, I had that when I was playing, like when I was 10. And I was playing video games and shit.
Oregon
but
Trail.
I wasn't 10 years old watching like George Carlin on a CD-ROM. But I did watch George Carlin on Comedy Central when I was like 13.
Okay.
And I remember watching that and I was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, Carlin was
tripped me out. Bro.
Yeah.
I remember I barely understood anything of what that man was saying.
Yeah.
Not only because I was 13, but I also barely spoke English at the time.
Oh, word?
Yeah, because I was born in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I came here when I was like 10, 11. So like I was probably like 7th grade when I was like kind of scrolling through it. I'm watching that. I was watching Matt TV, reruns on Comedy Central, like that type of stuff. That was like my early, when I was like middle school, high
I think
school.
you was born in Mexico, but I thought you were like born in Mexico and like you
left
came
right
in-
away.
Yeah, like
nah,
that.
I lived in Mexico, bro.
So you're like Mexican,
I was Mexican,
yeah.
dog.
as
When people are
AF.
like, "You're not Mexican, you're Cuban," I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm Cuban Mexican because I
Yeah.
lived in Mexico. I just
Yeah.
had, and then I lived in Cuba, which means, by that I mean I lived in Miami,
How long?
but never lived in Cuba. But I lived in Mexico 10, 11
Yeah.
years.
Damn, yeah, because I was seeing you I was going through your stuff preparing for the interview, and I was seeing some of your Spanish comedy.
Yeah.
And like you're like very like your Spanish is excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Like
Yeah.
no bullshit. Like I speak
I prefer
Spanish.
if you told me if my English was excellent. That's actually I'm like, damn, okay, really? Because I studied that and I worked on that. But Spanish
worked
is
on
just like
it.
I was just kind of born
Natural.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like someone be like, damn, dog, you can see really well, bro, because you were born with it. If someone told me that, I would also say thank you because I also wear contacts. But
Yeah. No, I feel that. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, I was watching your shit and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
this guy is like, Spanish is like on point. Like,
I know, bro.
cuando yo me pongo like, I'll speak in Spanish y me trabo.
The no sabo vibes. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be on the no sabo. dog.
Yeah.
Cause like, I'll like.
But what you're Cuban?
No, I'm Colombian.
Colombian, that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm Colombian. My
But you weren't
family-
born there.
But I'm the anchor baby of my family.
You're the first baby
I
born
was
here.
the first baby born here. Like my whole entire family, Colombian, immigrated. Like they
Damn.
were born over there. They're all citizens and shit now, just in case.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, you never know.
But like
Everybody's a citizen, even if they're not.
yeah.
On the record. Yeah.
But it's that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like since I'm the baby one who was born here, my Spanish, even though I grew up in a Spanish household,
Yeah.
like my first language was Spanish. I was in ESOL and everything.
Me too, dude.
So I mean, you for
I
sure.
mean, I had to be.
You had to be.
Me for sure. That's. I'm kidding. Yeah, of
Like,
course.
you're
dog.
you're
Are you
raised
kidding me?
in Mexico.
I was in ESOL for 3 whole
ESOL.
years, bro. All middle school.
I was in ESOL and I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, yo, why am I in ESOL, bro?
You're like, why am I with this little idiot guy, little boys, or
Why am I
whatever?
with these
And where they're like, come on, bro, let's go.
And I'm yeah.
How long were you
actually,
in that?
I was in ESOL for like 6 months.
Oh,
They
okay.
I was probably there for like half a year.
Oh, okay.
Because like I had just came in, right? Like I was saying, Spanish my first language at the crib.
Yeah.
I never spoke any English at the crib.
Yeah,
so like
us
when
either.
when I went to go to school, it was like my first thing I would do was speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So then they were like, oh no, this guy doesn't know no English. So they put me in ESOL until like I protested, like, no, I know English.
And then they
I'm not
tested
here.
you out of it.
Yeah, they tested me out of
shit.
ESOL. But this motherfucker said I was there for 3 years.
Yeah, I was,
He
dog. I was there
ESOL
for
jail.
in there, bro. I was in jail, dog. I was. It really feels like jail for
Yeah,
school though, because
it does.
it's like you're separated from everybody.
Facts,
You're
dude.
excluded from society.
Yeah.
You're out there, like you guys are eating you're cooking your own meals type shit.
You're a
in
social
ESOL.
pariah.
Nah, dude, you're playing games they play in freaking like in jail outside. You're playing dominoes like as a fucking 12-year-old. And motherfuckers be playing. I'm not kidding, dog.
Yeah.
I played dominoes multiple times in ESOL classes.
Multiple times.
Yes.
That's what they was teaching you.
Yeah, dude.
1,
The
2, 3s
janitor was
with
like your boy, because he's the only guy that also only spoke
only spoke
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah, so like, you're like, Señor Julio, ¿cómo está, Carlito? Like it was dope. You feel like you were an adult a little bit.
A little.
They
dope.
make you feel dumber, but you really are an adult because you're talking to the adults that don't really speak
facts.
English.
Which,
So,
especially in Miami,
Heck
which
yeah,
everybody
bro.
speaks Spanish.
Of
like,
course.
none of them speak English. And
and
shit.
I went to Hialeah for freaking like half of middle school, and then I went to Jose Marti Middle School for 6th grade.
Okay.
In Hialeah, and I went to LCMS, Ladder Charles Middle School, for 7th and 8th in Miami Lakes.
What high school
So,
did you go to?
I went to a Miami Lakes Tech, MLEC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it.
I don't even know that
yeah,
school.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
No, it's like a charter school type vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or magnet, whatever you call it.
Damn, that's crazy. Because when I was going to school, there was no charter schools.
Really? Stop
Yeah.
aging yourself, dog.
My shit was like you in a real school.
Yeah,
bro.
nah. We didn't even have sports.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's how fucked my school was. My school was like.
That's how
we're-
fun this guy said.
Yeah.
That's how fun we were.
We got nothing to do, bro. In PE class, I'm not kidding. PE class, our PE teacher was teaching us how to square dance. That's how fucked my school was, bro. My dog was like, we don't know. We ain't teaching you football. You got to step. You got a 2-step. Like, not kidding. Literally taught us that. A like 6'7" black man that for sure was an athlete.
Yeah.
They had this man teaching us how to square dance for like 3rd period. It was crazy.
That's hilarious.
It was
dog.
crazy, dog. My
That's
school
a
was just
funny-ass school.
like not even nerds, because like some girls were pregnant in there. You can't be a nerd
man,
and be
it was
pregnant.
like, yeah.
You can't be a nerd and be pregnant and 16 years
Facts,
old. You feel
facts,
me?
facts.
So like, it was like, damn. There was just like
Thugged out at school.
dog that school, bro. But I loved it. I loved that school.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's what's up, man. So like, so when I met you, you were still working,
Mm-hmm.
like on a job.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I quit my job.
You were like at a bank or something like that?
No, I worked for a cybersecurity engineering company,
Okay.
and I did cybersecurity.
Yeah.
And I had like little like I was in charge. I was a cybersecurity analyst was my job,
Shit.
and I was in charge of like seeing. Man, I was so bad at my job. I was good at one point, but when I stopped caring, dude, I stopped caring like crazy. And it's so funny how you can kind of skate by through a job, bro.
Yeah.
When you work remote, dude, that was my lesson when I worked at that job, dude. I was like, bro, you can kind of do. People are making too much money
You finessing it.
to do what you do, bro. Because I was in there barely doing anything. I'm talking like getting on phone calls, pretending I knew what I was saying.
Scraping by.
And I was just, dude, I got a promotion, dog. Like I was like, how is this possible, bro? You can talk your way through anything, bro.
Facts, dude.
And I got that job. I was the youngest kid there.
Yeah.
I had gotten that job when I was 21
Sheesh.
at that company. Shout out. I'm not gonna say it, but shout out to them. And dude, I got that job. I don't even know how I got that job.
Yeah. You got a plug or something?
Not even, bro. I just talked my way into it. I applied. You know how there's like recruiters and shit? Some recruiter found me on LinkedIn. He saw that I had like IT experience because I graduated with like a master's. No, not a master's, a bachelor's in business and management information systems.
Okay.
And I had a minor in cybersecurity.
All right.
So yeah, I guess like the company was looking for people.
Yeah.
And I got in there, and dude, I was making like $65K as a 21-year-old.
Damn.
I don't even
Dude,
know.
That's banking for a 21
Bro,
year
at 21 in 2016? Are you kidding me?
You was doing good.
Yeah, bro, and I didn't know what I was doing. I genuinely had no clue what the fuck I was doing in there. And I quit that in 2022.
Okay.
November 22, I remember. I was like, all right, let's do it. It took me like my main goal when you met me, my goal was to be able to quit that job. Like I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
want to
remember
have
you
enough money.
talking to me about that.
I probably did because we met in like 2021.
Yeah.
It was
like around
after
there.
because I met Lynette at the end. I met Lynette December 30th of 2020.
Damn, bro, what you got? Like a fucking.
You know, I remember because I had the first video that I had done with Only and Dade was December 17th, which was the day before my birthday. And then the reason her and I linked up is because they posted that video and she was already doing stuff online.
Yeah.
And it was a video of me doing like accents and shit, remember?
Yeah, I remember that one.
And
the
then
Mexican, all of those
all
accents,
that.
yeah.
And then she hit me up to do a New Year's video. And we filmed it on the 30th, and this girl edited that shit and posted it on the 31st.
Yeah, bro, Lynette be busting her
She
ass.
be busting her ass, dog. She like legit. She's younger than me, but she like taught me, like showed me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you gotta just edit, jump, drop it, boom.
Facts.
You know. So yeah, I I don't even know what I was talking about before.
No, but so like
I quit that job at
asking-
22. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. Like, so I'm sure that at the point that you had quit, you was already had a nice ass little salary. You had some benefits
bro.
going on
making
and shit like that.
6 figures.
So, bro,
I don't know how
so
I
what's
left
up with that jump, dog?
I had to I think it's like if you are passionate and believe in yourself enough and you're at least making like half of your salary and you can skate by paying rent and doing the little things, I think it's the smartest thing to do is to quit, because if not, that's always gonna be what's gonna hold you back. That safety net is always hold you back. But this is me talking, someone that did that when I was 27, 28. So like, I can't really talk about it from the perspective of like, yeah, just quit your job and do it. Like, I also didn't have any kids.
Yeah.
Don't have any kids now, but like,
the
I was
responsibilities
single.
were different.
It was it's I mean, still the same vibe, but I genuinely, like I was making probably genuinely, very honestly, I was making like probably 50, 60K just doing like content and comedy back then, plus that salary. So I was like, if I'm only making that, let's run it. Let's go. Let's see what we can do.
And how were you monetizing it? How did you learn to monetize it?
Bro, well, just stand up. I was getting booked. Thankfully, I was like, good enough to be able to make money doing it.
Do you feel that the American Idol thing like
that helped me a lot
Okay.
for sure? The Only and Date stuff helped me a lot. And I was working with Only and Date, so like I was making money through that end.
Yeah.
Whether it was like promotion videos or just like work that I was doing with them, the on the street stuff, all that stuff was money that I was able to like make with that. And I was also like doing brand deals with different local brands, and then I got able to I had commercials that I was doing, like actual commercials you can see on TV. Like I have an agent that I was able to like, I filmed like little, you know? So with all that in mind, I was able to just kind of work my way into finding, you know, money to pay for my shit.
Damn.
And I was like, shit, I did the math. And I remember my mom was like a mathematician and she's like a finance person and like my sister is too. So I was like, doing the math and I was like, okay, look, how much am I making now doing this? I didn't do it myself. I was like, this is all the shit that I've made for it.
You told them.
Let me know.
CPA me real quick.
CPA, I mean, really, she's incredible.
Yeah.
And I also was working with Jerry, from Tax Pros. I don't know if you know him.
Oh yeah, I've met
he was
him.
helping me out, and someone just peeked through the window. What's up? What is that? And he was helping me out, and I was like, oh, how much did I make? And he's like, dude, you made like 60.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Off the comedy alone.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. That was my goal. Like, if I can't commit to that, I gotta quit. I gotta quit or find a way to get fired. I gotta do something.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said I was gonna do. And I tried real hard to get fired, bro. And these motherfuckers are nuts. So I had to just kind of do it myself, bro. And
Damn,
and
bro.
November 22, December really was, because it was at the end of November, right after Thanksgiving, is when I officially was like, out.
I'm going
Two
in on my
weeks and we
dream.
out here. Yeah, type shit.
That's wild, bro.
And
Congratulations
now I'm like,
on
I'm
that.
very grateful that I'm like, have like actual opportunities and like make bread doing this. And like, that's my living. My living is
Comedy.
performing, comedy, all this stuff.
Hosting, all of that.
All of that, yeah.
That's
I'm
wild,
very
bro.
grateful for that, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy to see your trajectory, dog. Like,
Thank you, man.
from the first time that we met to now, it's like, damn, dog, you popping. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
And I love it that you're coming out of South Florida too.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. Like the comedy scene here in South Florida
It's brewing, bro.
is brewing. It's
We
growing.
brewed. Nah, we brewed. We're serving the coffee
feel
now.
it? You feel it?
Of course, dog. All of us. Like, Marcelo's the biggest start, you know. Brittany, Brave.
Yeah.
Chris Renoir, who just got a Don't Tell special. You know, everybody's kind of doing their thing. Sergio Mendes, shout out to him. Like, he's also doing his thing. Everybody's like working out, doing their thing. Mario Ramil, killing.
Yeah.
Like, El Caballo also, you know. Like, he didn't start through stand-up, but he's still like now doing it. And everybody's like recognizing. And we're all like realizing like, okay, we can make these jokes and it doesn't have to be just about Miami and we
just
can
about Cuba
expand and we can do this and we can do that. You know what I mean? Because all we knew, if you do comedy in Miami, the people that were successful were just either talking about Cuba or being extremely loud and talking about fucking a girl while doing coke in a bathroom or whatever. And, you know, it's nice that we're able to like
expand out of that
and now be able to like get recognized in those ways. So I'm very proud of like the comedy scene.
Yeah, man. The comedy scene in South Florida, I feel like it's such a big like reflection of the fact of the Latin culture in the entire country. Because I feel
agree.
like we're a melting pot of so many Latin
100%.
cultures, right? So like, as soon as we were able to like, the comedy scene was able to get over that initial like just
the hump.
like the little hump of the bubble comedy, right?
Right. That's a good way to put it.
You get out of because it's the Miami bubble.
Yeah.
As soon as you get outside of the Miami bubble, you're like, oh shit, there's a whole
These jokes don't work. I gotta work. You know what I mean?
These jokes don't work in Atlanta.
They don't work, bro. They don't even work in freaking Boca Raton, dog.
Yeah.
So you gotta realize what
This
you're
guy
doing.
said
and make
not
it,
even in Boca Raton.
I know, dog. I'm serious. I've seen it. I know it. You know, because you gotta like do those rooms, and then you realize, oh crap. That's why you go to New York. That's why you go to LA. That's why you go to Austin. You test all that stuff out and make it work.
Yeah.
And then when you're like in those cities, you're able to be like, okay, I can stack amongst the crew, the real people out here. You know what I mean?
What's something that the people don't see though behind the scenes? Like, I know comedy.
Yeah.
Everybody sees the clips. Everybody sees the laughs and all of that.
What you don't see?
Yeah.
Bro, us stressing about making a joke work, hearing it back, listening to our recording that you did from last night, and then realizing, why did I say that way? And then taking it out, going on your notes, taking that word out, putting another word in there, editing a clip, and realizing, like, crap, the audio didn't record properly. I can't use this. I got to edit the F word out so I don't get flagged on TikTok if I'm going to post this clip. Oh, no, you know, and then getting up and being rushed from doing like 3 shows a night and then telling every booker like, yo, I'm going to be late because I'm doing 3 shows and I got to grind and I got to work these jokes out and like finding new material and having to be there, doing the material, knowing it's going to suck because it's the first time you do it because you don't want to do the old jokes. So it's like all that stuff that's like every comedian will tell you that.
Yeah.
And all that shit is true. It's work. That's the work that you don't want to like. You can't pretend to do that work like you do at like a job, at a corporate job. You got to do that work because you're doing it for you.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And how do comedians manage that? How like that's
Man,
a lot
I
of
don't know
stress
how
and
we do it,
anxiety, dog.
Of course. How do we manage it?
Yeah.
What do you think every comedian's an alcoholic? I don't know. Or a fucking weed head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a pothead.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think once you like are in it for a minute, everybody has their own process. You know? Like for me, I like to like on the weekday during the day, I like to like listen to my shit, stack up my jokes, see what I have, what I want to work on this week. What shows I have, put that in my calendar, make sure that everything is like nice and organized. So like within that organization, like those like, you know, the lanes that you've put for yourself, like what's that called? Like in like a bowling when you put those
The bumpers?
The bumpers.
Yeah.
Like the bumpers to me are like, okay, I have this shows and I have these jokes that I want to work. Where am I gonna do them? How much time am I like, you know, like do the work that is the work and then go out and test it and do the shit and have fun with it. Don't make it feel like it's work either. That's the problem. You can't make it feel like you're like just working. It has to feel natural.
Is it
when
is it
you're
a lot
performing?
Is it a lot of self criticizing?
Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? Of course, bro. Every single comedian thinks they're the best and the worst at the same time. And if you don't, and you think you're the best and you don't think you're the worst, like in some situations, then you know you're fucking smelling your own ass type shit. Or
you're not like succeeding because you're not
improving.
testing it. Yeah, you're not improving.
You're just like
you're the best at everything.
I don't need this shit. And that's the people that you see still say the same material or they don't grow. You know what I mean? Like it's just you gotta just constantly be trying to write new shit, try to work new stuff, and try to connect it and like see if this fits in the act. If it doesn't yet, save it for later. Maybe it fits in another thing.
Yeah.
You know?
What's been your biggest challenge like stepping outside of Miami? Because I know, like in Miami, you probably get mad love. People know they know already, like your material. They're already coming in. They're already coming in hot.
Yes,
so it's like you already pre-warmed them. They know what's popping.
True.
But like if you're like in Austin or something like that, where it's a little less notoriety, like what are those challenges? What are you?
You gotta kind of just out the floodgates, kind of like put your dick out on the table in a respectful way. I don't
respectfully.
No, respectfully.
Let me flash.
Like you gotta like be who you are at your best in Miami. You got to start with that in New York. Like when I went to New York, like that's what I had felt like. I was like, I can't be like, oh my God. I'm
timid,
like, No, you got to like be like, I belong here. It's okay for me to be here. That imposter syndrome, put that shit down and then just work. Show that you are at that level where you can be as confident on that stage as you are that at the Miami Improv or at like Casa Tiki or at a little tiny bar or at a gourmet crema, in Biscayne. Like in any, just have that same level of confidence, the same level of energy, and that same level of passion and love, and they'll translate. It's kind of like, you got to just be able to lock in that aspect. You can't feel like, you got to like come to your terms with yourself, and right before you go on, you better think you're the best one. You gotta think like, I got this, I'm the best. I fucking worked my ass off. I'm the best version of me right now. This is the best version of me doing these jokes because I've done stand-up for as long as I have. And boom, as opposed to feel like crash under pressure because like, I don't know, Tim Dillon just went on or like a comedian like just killed and you're like, I'm gonna go after them. Just go for it.
What's one of those moments that you were like pinching yourself like, yo, I can't believe this is happening. Like I'm going after or I'm going before X or whatever.
I mean, like I listened to these podcasts since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like Tim Dillon, Mark Norman, Andrew Schultz. And they're and talking about them, like I get to be able to go up with them like a lot, or they come in to like practice their shit. And I happen to either be hosting or be on the show at the stand in New York. And then being in the green room with them is like, damn, like, you know, we out here. And then crazy one was I saw Louis C.K. get up and like do his shit. And I was like in that same show. And that was like insane. That's a moment, dog.
Yeah.
The thing is at the stand, you got like huge people, like David Spade showed up, Adam Sandler, you know, these guys that are like legends that we grew up with.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, why? Here.
Like, damn, I'm playing the same show this guy's playing.
Yeah, I mean,
today.
obviously it's different. They're also playing a stadium next door.
Yeah, no, but
just to like do their thing. Yeah,
that same day, you're on the same stage as one of your fucking
it's amazing.
idols,
It's
dude.
amazing.
That's fucking nuts.
That's the beautiful part about comedy, that like you're like it levels it out. You know, that's why Chappelle works out in these rooms too. Like, and then you'll see him like having a huge ass special in like a freaking Thunderdome in Ohio or whatever. So, I think that's like the level playing field that you're able to have with stand up. I don't think a lot of other arts are like that because you like.
It's not like musicians will be like, they'll go into a studio and it'll be like with Jay-Z and fucking Beyonce there.
Or even like performing a thing and it's like, yo, can I do some time? Like before you, and it's freaking like John Mayer. I don't know.
Rihanna and shit.
There might be some that do it. No, I don't think so.
It doesn't work that way. No, comedy is that special like creative space where like doesn't matter if you're at the top of the precipice, you're still gonna share a stage with somebody who's gonna be like equally
funny, but just not as famous or hasn't popped. You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is.
I love that shit.
It's crazy
comedy.
wild like that. That's fucking nuts, though. Yeah. But that's good that you've been able to experience those highs, dog. Like
it's amazing.
And
you gotta pretend it's chill, though. You can't act like it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta just like be in there on your own. Realize these people are like you will look up to them, and there's some of them are even legends, but you gotta just simmer down, put that shit down, and just act like a normal person because that's all they want to do too.
Yeah.
They're thriving on being just normal and looking and observing things so that they can make it funny, you know, at the same time as you are. Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah, you can't geek out. You can't geek out.
Can't geek out.
Even if you're like inside internally geeking out.
Oh, you can internally you can geek out. Just fucking put that shit in. You know, push it down a little bit.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So a lot of comedy touches on culture, right? Everyday struggles, real experiences.
For sure.
When did you realize that your story, right, was one of those stories worth sharing that was funny?
Damn, that's a good question. I like that. When did I realize that? Man, honestly, my dad had a lot to do with it.
Yeah?
Like, my dad is a very funny person that doesn't know he's funny. And when he tries to be funny, he's not funny.
Okay.
So, like, my dad will do things that will make me laugh hysterically. And when I point them out to him or, like, my mom or my sister growing up, they would laugh. So I was like, this is funny. No one does this. My dad's the type of dude that he has severe like things that he does that are just not, I know people are not doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So watching that and observing that, I was like, this is cool. And then also like the idea of like, I'm an immigrant. I lived in Mexico. I'm not your typical like Cuban that like lived in Cuba or moved to Miami right after I had like that Mexican experience that is also like there's something to like my formative years were in Mexico. And I also grew up on like Mexican comedy like Eugenio Derbez, La Familia Peluche, Adal Ramones from Otro Rollo. Like that's what I grew up watching.
Yeah.
And also like seeing it from that perspective, being like also growing up like a chubby kid and struggling with that and knowing that I had to like be like funny growing up and just like all those little aspects of it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I do have something. Like when I first started, like when I wrote my first joke, it was like talking about how my friends like to drink IPAs, but I prefer margaritas. And like coming at it from it's such a basic, memeable perspective. But I was like, this is funny. And then talking about my dad and how like he thinks he's tough, but he's really soft on the inside.
Yeah.
But he pretends he's not. And like I was like, okay, that's a cool, and then boom, 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 you realize like, shit, you just gotta observe and report basically.
So you feel like your different experiences, right?
Yeah.
Made you stand out. And it gave you.
I think so, yeah.
And when did you feel like you came into your own voice?
I think I'm still developing that.
Oh, okay.
I think like, I know I'm secure of my voice, but that's something I feel like now that I've been doing stand-up for like 6 years now, 2019, was at the end that I started. So like, I feel like I have a little bit more of that development with my voice that I had. Like I watched myself before and I was just kind of like winging it kind of, or like by the seam of my pants, I was kind of like it wasn't a voice. There wasn't nothing there. Now I feel like I have something to say and I also have stories to tell.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That I know are worth people hearing. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, it's always I like listening to your comedy. I could definitely tell you have a unique voice, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
And like you have a unique perspective.
Like I can't even describe it what that is. And I think if you're able to describe your voice, you're probably like again, also getting like too up into your own ass. But like sometimes I guess you got to describe it, but like I don't want to label it. It's like Latino, like millennial, like just like it's just, you obviously have to define it when you have like that special or like that thing they have to put out. But yeah, I think your voice just develops on its own. You can't like go out. You can't be like, this is exactly what I'm gonna do, and this is I want to be this. It's like eventually it just kind of does.
It fleshes itself out.
Of course, yeah.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Do you what is like your bro? Like I was saying, your trajectory right now is like, bro, superstardom type shit.
Oh man, thank you. I hope so. Yeah.
What's your mountaintop?
My mountaintop?
Oh, what's your Mount Rushmore? What's your like, damn, I made it type shit?
I made it. I would say when I made it would be two things. When I record that special that I can sell to a streaming platform that would pay me, big dollars to do it. And when I have like money enough to like make sure my parents are good type shit.
Okay.
So like to the point that like they went through the struggle with me while I like was doing this shit, and like they like supported me all the way. My parents never questioned once why I was doing this.
Nah, that's crazy.
Never.
That's good.
It's incredible. I think it's because I still had a stable job at the time. When I quit, shit changed real quick though. When I quit that job, they were like, "Are you sure you have money?" Like it was. Now they're like, "Okay, there is money come in. Clearly he does well. He's doing something right.
He's doing something. He's not living on the streets right now."
So. Yeah, when I'm able to like make sure my parents are well off, like pay for their shit. I don't want my parents to just have to fucking be put in like a shitty home because we can't take care of. So like make sure that they're good.
Yeah.
And also be able to like know that my work is able to be viewed by as many as I can. If it's something that I have to drop on YouTube, make sure that it's getting watched by everybody. Make sure that I'm touring, like have a schedule that has full dates on it and every show's getting sold out.
Yeah.
That's really when like you're like, shit, I made it.
You did it.
It's not about like one project or one movie or one this or one collab with this person. It's just like when all those things amount together and you're like, okay, here we go. This money where my mouth is type shit. It's work. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
So
but
hopefully very, very soon.
I see that coming soon to you, bro. Coming soon to a theater near you, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Hopefully. Thank you, my dog. Appreciate it.
That's crazy. Like, what was the one thing that you either started doing or stopped doing that really catalyzed you, that you were like, okay, this is something that is either stopping my forward trajectory,
okay,
or this is, I need to do this to grow.
I think when I started actively writing, in the sense of like I was looking back at my shit and reviewing it and actually tweaking it, is when everything that I do started kind of improving. That's like for the stand-up habit, Another habit that I've started doing that I noticed just having a healthier outcome in my life, meditating, bro. I've been meditating like every morning. I started that in 2020. 2020, 2021, I would meditate a lot. 22, 23, I kind of stopped meditating like in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's not like I felt a halt or anything either, but I just felt like I didn't have that like fresh mind to not only write, but to just feel and observe and look at things in a funny way, which is what my job is, really. Yeah. And I started meditating again like in the middle of last year. Every morning, dog. 10 minutes, just put them headphones on, sit outside, just close your eyes and like let that crap just like, because it's just stressful out here, bro. Everything.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Everything. Bills, relationships, everything's stressful.
Yeah.
And everybody just has their own level of stress. So you got to like be one with yourself to be like, let me breathe for 10 minutes. Then I'll write. Then I'll post. Then I'll this. Then I'll edit. Then I'll call this person. Then I'll do that. Then I'll go to do things in a way that it's more, and being more organized. Like not having things be a mess really helped me. Like organizing myself, like not only like in my phone wise, but like everything wise. Just being able to be aware. Self-awareness, I think, is huge. Is what when it comes to this shit. You can't just be out here like, yeah, I'm a comedian. I do this shit. It's like have a purpose with it. In a way.
Man, you sound extremely professional, bro.
I'm trying. Hey, listen, I take this seriously too.
Yeah.
So I think that aspect of it is important. I'm not out here trying to like Grant Cardone anybody into this shit, but it's just like you gotta like you're your own boss, bro.
I feel
if you be doing some dumb shit, you gotta reprimand yourself.
Yeah.
And you gotta discipline yourself.
But that's tough, bro.
It's not
That's
easy.
something that's not easy. A lot of
At all.
people, they don't like to hold a mirror up to themselves.
And you have to. And when you do stand up, you have to. You're kind of holding up a mirror in front of everybody.
Yeah.
When you do stand up. And you can tell when you're not being genuine. You can tell when you're not doing the right shit. So I think when you do the right things and you feel good about yourself and you feel all these, then you're like, okay, here we go. That's why I'm killing most of the shows I'm doing. That's why these things are going well. That's why this joke is working. That's why that. That's why I got booked to do this. That's why I got this opportunity. Because if you do the right things when no one's watching, then when everybody's watching, then, oh shit, these right things, they're worth something. They meant something. They actually had like seats that like now the people are seeing blooms and shit, you know? Not to be gay with it, but you know.
Yeah. Bro, so okay, so you told me like CK and them are like the people who you were looking up to, but did you have a mentor or did you like learn these things yourself? Did you have to learn
Not
these
really.
things
I
yourself?
didn't really have a mentor. There was like people that I went to like improv school with, like my improv teacher, the first guy I learned improv from, his name was Ian Harris. Incredible improviser. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't remember if he's in LA. I know he had a job in LA at some point, but I don't remember where he's at. He's hilarious. And I learned a lot of like a little bit of like that discipline stuff with writing and with like performing.
Did they teach it to you though, or did you just pick it up from being around them?
Both. Because he was a teacher, so I learned a lot of that. But I remember going up to him like the first class, or first or second class, I was like, pulled him aside and I was like, hey dog, I know everybody's kind of here because like they want to have fun.
But I want to make this shit for real.
But this is like my goal. I'm 21. I know I'm young into this. I'm still like, I didn't start at 18 or 17, but I'm 21 and I don't want to miss my shot. So like, treat me like if you're, like you would treat you type shit. Like be hard on me if I'm not doing the right shit because I want to take this shit seriously. And I think he saw that and he kind of saw me as kind of like a little mentee of his own also. And shout out to him, bro. And a lot of people that I learned improv from that I did that with. Because stand-up is tough to have a mentor stand-up, especially in Miami. There's not many people that you can be like, damn, that's my mentor. That also does stand-up. If you have a mentor and you do stand-up in Miami, it's probably a realtor. You know what I mean? Or like
A realtor.
just a guy that's definitely not doing stand-up is the guy that's mentoring me. But yeah.
That's the guy who's booking the boats.
Yeah, dog. Exactly. Now, you'll learn a lot from that guy, dog. You're kidding me? Organization, skills, and then you just be fun. Nah, but yeah, dude. My dad's a very hard worker. My dad's been like, he's built a business for himself. My dad works for himself. And like that aspect of it, I was like, I learned a little bit also from him as well. Just like having discipline and making sure you're doing the right things. You're working on your shit. You have on your time. So you better respect that for yourself, dedicate yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. I hear a lot of that mindset. And you know, it's like, I feel like a lot of people in it take it as a hobby and they don't have the mindset of like, I got to be a professional at this.
I was just talking to somebody about this, bro.
Yeah?
There's so many motherfuckers that started comedy and they haven't left the starting stage. Just
You're
because
still on starting, yeah.
And it's like, dog, and they're like almost afraid to like get farther than that.
Like, be real about it.
Yeah, so like, if you're gonna be real about it, commit all the way. You know, commitment is huge. I think once you commit yourself, you're off to the races, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's the first step, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what it is? It's scary because...
Of course, everything's fucking scary.
No, everything is scary.
It was scary to drive over here, bro. It was scary. Everything's scary.
Please,
You just got to
bro,
do
we're
it.
Morningside.
Yeah.
You don't got to be scared out here.
Nah,
bro.
you're right. But yeah.
No, but it does. Because the thing is that if you commit, that's when it becomes real.
Of course.
And then it's like... Then you're
And now you got
afraid.
people that are looking, and now you got people that are like actually supporting you, and you're like, you're gonna disappoint these motherfuckers? They have nothing to, like, they didn't have to support you, but they are.
But they got your back.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's crazy, dog.
So it's amazing, yeah.
So for somebody, what would you be like starting Carlos, right?
Yeah.
Right now, you're there, you're getting to that mountaintop. Starting Carlos, somebody who's just learning or sitting in on this dream, right? Trying to be a comedian. What's like a truth that they need to hear? That
Truth
nobody
they need to
warned you
hear?
about it.
Start sooner.
Okay.
Like, I think the earlier the better. I stop thinking that you're not one of them, because you're just as good if you put yourself to it. Everybody's allowed to do this. You can do this. I believe that you can do this. Stop telling yourself you can't do this. And yeah, dog, fucking stop eating Chick-fil-A type shit.
Shots fired.
Yeah. To my younger self. Yeah, dude, I think just being able to realize, I'm very happy and grateful that I realized this at 2021.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people sometimes realize this shit at like 30, mid-30s. And I'm very, very grateful for that. I know it's not something that you can choose that might come to you. It really isn't. But I know that was to not be gay again, but my calling. You know what I mean? So like I just, you got to work on it because it's like, this is why I feel like I was made to do. So I got to do it. So realize that you're not watching all these shows and all these comedy shows and looking at all these stuff because you just like it. It's just because you want to do it too. So that's what I would tell myself. Like, fucking start recording yourself, start posting shit, earlier. Don't wait for a pandemic to start doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's great advice. It is one of those situations where you do have to. You have to be honest with yourself.
100%.
And you really gotta you really have to do like a calculus and take a hold and take a stand of everything that's going on in your life. Take responsibility for your own life. And that's really hard to do at young. That's the thing. Like, that's why people do it like at 30 or something.
Because you're not
because then
grown.
you're not as young, then you're really like, okay, I could be responsible for myself at 30. But when you're at 21, you're just like, bro, I just want to party.
I want to party.
I want to
But that was
bottles.
also my thing. I didn't drink that much until like I joined Only in Day type shit. I'm not even fucking with you, dog. I'm not even kidding, bro.
They turned you into alcoholic?
They turned me into a fiend, bro. No, I'm kidding. But like, I genuinely, I was not a drinker at all. Like,
you weren't in the party scene.
Not all, bro. Like, everybody would be like, party lounge. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
No idea. None of that stuff.
You never went to party?
Never, bro.
You lying.
I never did, because I had like long-term relationships. Like, my first girlfriend was when I was 18. I was with her till I was 21. And then my next girlfriend after that, I was with her since I was 22 to like 25.
Yeah.
So like, I had long relationships.
And shit? What the fuck?
We didn't though. And then the girl that I dated like for like 22 to 25, she did improv too. So like, we were just like, our partying was going out with our castmates and like the people that we performed with. And then the girl before that, we weren't even 21 because we dated from 18 to 21. So like last year we were drinking and stuff, but we weren't like, so I wasn't really out there partying like that. Like, my partying back then was like going to another improviser's house and playing freaking Taboo and Cards Against Humanity and chugging, I don't know, whatever.
Hot chocolate?
We were drinking White Claws, but barely, you know what I mean? Like, so I wasn't really out here partying until after the pandemic.
That's crazy, because I feel like that's a roadblock that a lot of people in South Florida, it's hard for them to get over, because like, Miami's a super party city, bro.
It really is. That's why I'm glad I didn't do that when I started. If I would have started like when I was 26, when I was 25, I think shit would be a different story. I would still be on that starting stage probably. Because I just like I was like, yeah, let's keep partying, let's keep doing this.
Let's keep partying,
I don't have to do this show. I'll go there. Oh, I get free drinks at this spot. I'll just go there, and now I don't have to do that show. I'll skip that show. Whatever. I won't wake up early. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's that. I had to, but I also did have to I had to let the party out, which is like from like 2021 to like 2023, I was fucking partying.
Yeah.
But I was still doing shows in the middle of all those like
But
parties.
you had already established
like
the various things that you had to do.
Internally for sure.
Internally, and you already knew how to take account of yourself and be responsible and do all these things.
Exactly. So when you notice like veering a little bit, you're like,
Exactly. But like, if you start off on that party world, it's hard to be able to like hold yourself accountable and all of that. Especially in South Florida, bro. You know how it is out here, dog.
Oh, dog, it's too easy.
Right now, like today, Peso Pluma's playing live in
freaking Miami Beach.
And yesterday, John Summit and Calvin Harris and them and all of that. That was crazy, dude. Crazy. That was intense.
Did you see those videos?
Yeah.
I got invited to that because I did like a gig for AT&T.
Yeah.
And I saw that video of the people getting like
bum rushing the.
Oh my God, bro. It's John Summit.
Yeah.
Relax.
Relax, dude.
Come on. I'll never, hey, whatever. Everybody likes, if it was Bad Bunny, I would have been out there.
You would have been
feel me?
bum rushing
Are you
the.
kidding me, bro? I don't care if I've seen that man 1,000 times. I would have gone, are you kidding? For sure. So if it's your artist, I get it. You know, if that's like your person, like your like fucking guy, I get it. But yeah, it's not
That's
that.
funny, bro.
But yeah.
That's South Florida for you, bro. There's a lot of party, but you got to know how to duck those potholes, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Legit, bro.
It's true.
It's like that out here, bro.
Duck them on the road and duck them in fucking...
Yeah, man. Professionally, everything, yeah.
Fucking emotionally, figuratively, literally, you know, you got to just duck potholes in here.
Here's, at any minute, you could get sidetracked.
Yeah, you could get a flat tire any second, dog. So pump that shit right out if you got one.
That's what's up, bro. Yo, I highly appreciate you coming
Anytime,
on, dog.
bro.
Giving me
I'm glad we did this, bro.
So glad we did this.
Hell
dog.
yeah, man.
We've been working at
I know
this
my
shit.
dog be trying to do this for a minute, but I'm always like dodging, and I'm like, oh, I have this, I have that, and I do.
No, I know you do,
You
bro.
know, it's not because I don't fucking want to. I
No.
do. So I'm very glad we did it. For real.
I'm super
and I'm
happy,
glad you're wearing
bro.
that Canes jacket because, you know, we got to rep. That's why I'm wearing the orange. I had no
Yeah,
orange.
yeah.
That's it. Seeing orange, bro. Just this shit been dirty the whole time, dog.
Nah.
Goddamn.
I can't even tell.
Okay, good.
It's crazy though. Like in South, like I know the podcast revolves around creatives and things like that, and entrepreneurs. And though I'm respectful of everybody's time because I'm a creative and I'm an entrepreneur.
You are, yeah.
And I know exactly, like, bro, I was busting my ass all day today at the store, at the coffee shop, and like I've been here like 6 days straight. So like when somebody's asking me to do something, asking me for my time, I'm like, yo, you know what? When I'm asking other people, I can't be like, oh no, you sold me out or not, bro. That's not the road.
You can't
to
think
take.
of that.
You can't think of that.
And
way.
if in this space, if you think that, then you know you gotta you gotta chill.
No, but that's an advice that I try to give people all the time. Like people
don't take shit
like,
personally at all.
Don't take
bro.
shit personally, man. It's not like
That's another thing I would also tell myself when I was young.
Yeah,
don't take that shit personally.
That's a lesson to learn at a young age.
You need to learn that, dog.
You need to learn that.
My kid's born, I would be like, don't take that shit personally, dude.
Yeah.
As I slap him with a fucking belt. Don't take it personally. It wasn't because of that.
Doing that Michael
it was the
shit
world that made me do this. You're fucking. No, I'm kidding.
Don't take this shit personally.
Even though you're getting directly hit in your person, you are the person being smacked. Yeah. But yeah.
Bro.
Hey, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you
Appreciate
once again.
you,
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.
You know what it is. Everybody listening to the podcast, share, subscribe. Like I always say, if you love it, share it with your friends.
Hell yeah.
And if you hate it, share it with your enemies.
Hey.
But just share this motherfucker.
That is a crazy thought to like go to your enemy's Instagram and be like, yo, watch this podcast, you fucking idiot.
I hate you so. I hate this podcast.
Yo, support my
and
boy. That's
you.
how much I hate you, dog. That's crazy. I'm gonna start trying to do that.
Bro, there's a lot of people out here throwing love, hate love.
Do you send them the podcast link with just don't take it personally?
Yeah,
that's it.
Don't take it personally. Fuck your ass, bro. Dale, we out this biz. Nos fuimos, dog.
Dale, doggy. Dale.
Peace. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Que Bola Podcast. Huge shout out to Carlos Hernandez for sharing his journey and insights with us. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, keep laughing and living your best life. Ya tu sabes, te quiero que te crezca. We out this mug. Peace.